Daylight savings time is coming, which means that it is time for us to turn our clocks ahead. However, during this time, you may notice yourself a little bit more tired and fatigued than normal. Today, I wanted to share with you 3 tools you can use to help you get rid of fatigue so you can enjoy this beautiful changeover, and maybe a few extra bonuses. Hey there, Tressey here, sharing digestion and nutrition tips to help you go from feeling tired and sluggish to rejuvenated again. I am so excited that it is time to spring ahead. I love summertime. Winter and I are not on good terms, ever, never. And I have lived in the Midwest all my life. I am still not used to the weather. If you're in the Midwest or any other state that observes daylight saving time, then guess what? It's time for us to move our clocks ahead. It's time for us to make that shift and spring forward into warm flowers and greatness. I am beyond ready to put away wearing coats and hats and scarves and boots. It takes me 5 minutes to get ready to go outside to take a 10-minute walk. I'm so over it. I'm done. As done as I am with all of this winter stuff. We can't just jump into spring without feeling some effects of it. Much like the earth, we need to prepare our bodies and our minds in order to come into this season with less aches and pains and colds and flus and just ill feeling. One of the main things you may notice as you are transitioning from winter to spring is fatigue. That is probably the numero uno effect that people notice once it is that we are switching over. We can avoid those things or lessen them to a great extent if we just take the time to prepare ourselves. If you observe nature, you don't just wake up and there's a bunch of flowers out in your garden. Those little buds start to perk out a little at a time. They are getting ready, prepared for the season. As the body is trying to adjust to this circadian shift, you may experience trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up on time. These sleep disruptions can lead to sleep deprivation, reduced productivity, and a bit of mental scatteredness. If you are already struggling to get good restorative sleep, daylight savings time will absolutely magnify that struggle for you. It can take 1 or more weeks after the start of daylight savings time before it is that our bodies have really adjusted to what is going on. But with the 3 tools that I have for you today will lessen your fatigue and have you with energy. Let's dive in. Spring season is gearing us up for longer and brighter days, but we are actually losing an hour. Don't forget that. The best way to keep the body from feeling this deficit is to go to bed earlier, at least 1 week before the shift actually happens. Which means if you normally go to sleep at, say, 10 p.m., then the aim for the week before daylight savings would be to go to bed at 9 p.m. At a bare minimum, going to bed 30 minutes earlier would be helpful, not ideal, but helpful. I typically recommend one night of this week's reset journey going to bed 15 minutes earlier. Then on day 2, gradually add another 5 to 10 minutes at that starting time that you go to bed until it is, and keep doing that day after day after day until it is that you have reached that 30 minutes or an hour earlier time frame. It is preferred that you're at that 30 or an hour time frame 3 days before the actual shift of the clock. Does that sound like something you can do? This next thing will sound like I'm a little crazy, but I want you to keep an open mind, okay? This would be to wake up earlier. In order to have boundless energy during this transition time, wake up and get out of bed as close to 6 a.m. as possible. Hear me when I say you will feel so energized and find yourself super productive. When I first started this habit, I was skeptical and worried. I was already dealing with the massive debilitating effects of chronic fatigue syndrome that already had me laying face down in my breakfast and lethargic for the rest of the day. After giving it a try for a few days, I was pleasantly surprised with how alert and clear-headed I was. For me, during that chronic phase, if I was still sitting upright without my eyelids feeling like lead by 3 p.m., that was a win. Numerous successful business professionals like Michelle Obama and well-known CEOs like Tom Cook credit waking before 6 a.m. as a major factor towards their success. For me, waking up before the world wakes up or before my family members wake up, it allows me to ease into my day, mentally contemplate the things that are important, review the steps that I need to take in order to reach whatever goal that I have for the day, and actually accomplish 1 or 2 tasks. Now tell me, wouldn't it feel amazing amazing to feel like Superwoman without feeling burned out before 9 a.m. So now you're going to bed earlier, you're waking up earlier. We want to keep this energy surge going. In order to do that, we need to shift our focus and talk about meal timing. This is even easier. All you really want to do is eat 10 to 20 minutes than you normally do each day until it is that your meals have gotten to the point where you are eating an hour earlier by the time daylight savings comes. The reason for doing this is to stay ahead of and prevent low blood sugar. I've said this before and I will continue to remind you that anytime we delay food for too long, you will find yourself having headaches, strong food cravings, and feeling drained, like no energy. There is nothing in the tank to keep us going. If you still have questions about the how and the why of this whole process, leave that down in the comment section below. I will respond back to it. Wait, I have bonus tips for you. Number 1, get outside a few minutes each day while the sun is still up. Preferably you want to do this at sunrise. That's the most optimal time to do it. If not, just anytime the sun is still out, go outside for a few minutes. Getting outside while the sun is still up helps to reset our hormones that are responsible for our waking and our sleeping and our hunger. Our waking, our sleeping, and our hunger. The sun dictates all of those things. So we want to get outside and say, hey sun, how you doing? We want to do that. So it can just naturally reset it. We don't need a pill, a supplement, or anything like that. The sun will do all of those things for us if we just go out into it. Bonus tip number 2, start to incorporate lighter types of foods. If you would like to know what lighter foods are, subscribe here so that you don't miss the video when I share all of those with you. And remember, you hold the key to what heals you.